Hello, my friends. This is Fika, founder of Minds and Hearts Without Borders International. Today, I have a special guest who's going to be presenting a very important topic in our group on June 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Daytime. My friend here, David Condo, will speak to us about what he's going to bring to our presentation on that day. But just to begin the discussion, Minds and Hearts Without Borders International was founded in 2020 based on a very sacred reason, and that was to bring intelligent minds and compassionate hearts together to discuss, to have, again, mindful conversations in regards to everything and anything that happens in our world. One very important part of that discussion is exploring faith, religions, and also, ideologically open-minded, just like yourself and I, David. People that have more questions than answers, people that don't particularly believe in a particular faith, but they would rather come to the conversations and discussions and explore more. And of course, part of the conversation that we would always hear about is the idea of hate crimes and, of course, not accepting one another in the community. So, David, my friend, I'm going to pass the ball to you. Please go ahead, tell us a bit about your background. Of course, my friends here will hear much more when they come to your presentation on June 15th, and they would hear about your wonderful background. I was reading through everything that you've done, and I would love for my friends to know everything that you come with. So, just a bit about your background and about what you're bringing into the conversation with your presentation. Please go ahead, David.
Sure. Thank you, Fika, and thanks for the invitation to speak to your group.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Yes, my name is David Condo. I retired from the FBI last year. I was a special agent for 25 years, during which I investigated such crimes as fraud and white-collar crime, as well as online child exploitation matters. And in that role, I worked with law enforcement officers from different countries around the world. I also worked in the FBI's Directorate of Intelligence unit, as well as in its Office of Professional Responsibility, and in the Office of Private Sector, where I reached out to both large and small businesses about how to form relationships with law enforcement. So in that role, I really saw how important it was to get feedback from the community and to gain the trust of the community that we are trying to protect. And that's part of what my presentation to your group is going to be. I'm going to specifically talk about hate crimes, both what they are, how to report them, and why should we report them, both to law enforcement and to the secular community, both to get victims the resources that they need and also to help stop them in the future. I know that reporting crimes can even be intimidating to some folks, but those are communication avenues that I can help with through an initiative that I'm working with the Free Thought Society on, called Free Thinkers Supporting Safe Streets. Now, I personally got involved in the secular movement over 20 years ago. I was raised Catholic, but I had a gradual loss of faith. And after the incident of 9/11, I went to the Godless Americans March on Washington in 2002. And ever since then, I have been identifying as an atheist, an agnostic, and as a humanist. And although I haven't been involved in a lot of activism for the past, I'd say, about 20 years, other than giving small donations to causes every year, I wanted to get involved more since my retirement because I see a lot of potential for building relationships between the law enforcement community and the free thought community. So I will talk about that as well. I'm really excited about talking to Minds and Hearts Without Borders International because it's groups like you that form the backbone of a support system that we need for our community across the countries and across the world. So as part of my talk, I will have a Q&A session where I'm happy to answer any questions you have about what it's like to be a free thinker in law enforcement, what it's like to work for the FBI, whether it's about hate crimes, and what we can do as a community to help us be safer. Because what I would like to do with my initiative is not only help people be safer, but also feel safer. That is something that we deserve, and that is something that we can work towards. So I'd like everybody to join us. I'm really excited about the discussion. Please bring your questions. The Q&A portion is some of the most fun for me to get that feedback from the community. And I'm happy to give whatever answers I can to help clear up any misconceptions you might have about law enforcement, how to work with law enforcement, and how we can all be safer in this world. So thanks for the invitation again, Fika, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for taking the time, David. And of course, we were talking a little bit earlier to build this bridge between everybody in the society and the law enforcement is one of those matters that are extremely important for our societies, again, here in Canada, for yourself in the United States. And this is one of those things that we really have a common goal to bring that safety to everyone in the community. And again, you were speaking about hate crimes. Hate crimes can affect anybody and everybody. And bringing that idea of, we as secular communities, we should feel that confidence in ourselves to go to the law enforcement. That really, I would encourage that for all my friends. And again, your presentation in the group will shed more light into how to build this stronger relationship. And hopefully that would not be the very first of our conversation. Hopefully we will come together again and have more presentations and more discussions with our friends here. And again, for everyone that can hear us and see us, please go ahead and join us. Mark it on your calendar. Sunday, June 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Daytime. That would be 4 p.m. Pacific time. We will get together. David Condo will have a presentation on secularism, free thinking, and safety, how to bridge this gap between people and law enforcement. Please come and join us. Bring your friends, bring your families, and also bring, as David mentioned, bring all your questions and inquiries and all that. Again, in Minds and Hearts Without Borders International, we always have very, very long discussions. It's one of the very first groups on this particular platform that created an environment for hours-long conversations. We go anywhere from 5 to 16 hours on discussions. So please bring your questions. If we don't get time for David to answer your questions at that particular day, we will definitely come back together. On behalf of David, I can make that promise to you. David, am I okay to do that? All right, so thank you very much once again, David. We will see each other on Sunday, June 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Daytime, and we will see all our friends in that amazing discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. See you then.
See you then.